me do this.
You should probably say in the chat, like, alright, restarted the stream.
Okay, Evan, can you hear me? Can you hear me and see me okay? Hey, Pauline, I don't know, can you guys hear me and see me? Okay, good, good. There was just a problem with the stream got set up under the YouTube stream app, and I tried to carry it over into my streaming app, and the two wouldn't, I guess, work together. So I had to shut the other one off, and it worked. So we're good. Kill, what's up? Kill ATV. Hey, Ramona. Hey, everyone. I'm gonna try to. I put in all those links. I'm gonna try to get those links back up for everybody again. But I just had to make some changes with the stream before. It wasn't converting over. That's why I had to redo it. But it looks like we're up now. You can see I got the guest here, Declan. There he is with his sweet hat. All right, let me get some links back up for everybody. And I found out, if you guys wouldn't mind too, if you like the stream and the videos, that helps with the YouTube algorithm to get the recommendation from YouTube. So I'd appreciate it if you guys would give me the thumbs up and the like. Pauline said hi, Declan. Ramona said Tansei.
Oh.
We're going to try to get the camera shyness off of them. Okay. All right. I'm going to try to get the links up. So I'm going to try to talk and do that at the same time here. But yeah, I'm using the stream app now. And if you could see, you guys see the new emblems up here? Got a new logo, a couple new logos. Declan here came up with some really sweet design for me, and I automatically put that in. I think they're pretty sweet. You guys like them? I was thinking that at some point I'd like to get, you know, shirts with those on it. Cool. Thanks, Pauline. Yeah, Declan's pretty good with designing. All right, let me get these links up here. All right. I'm gonna put the Facebook group chat, the Facebook group up, so everybody has that. If you aren't part of the Facebook group, that's where I do most of the posting for updates and the information. You know, I'm gonna get that posted up, and I'll post my email and links to the channel donations on PayPal and on GoFundMe. So I'm going to get those links up here in a moment. And I got this streaming app up so I can do some more interactive stuff. Like I was thinking about, you know, we're going to talk to Declan about the first experience, you know, his first time he ever done any, like, you know, ghost hunting, paranormal investigating, and get his reaction to his first time at the Hopewell Indian Mound. Let's see here. But did everybody get to see the videos? The new one's up. I just posted it this afternoon for part 2. Stop cracking your knuckles, Declan. Kill Lake TV said. Pauline, you'll buy a shirt? Awesome. I gotta work on that. I haven't even thought about doing any merch yet. I think I gotta do some other work before I could do that. Trinity says aggressively cracks knuckles. All right. Okay, let me get this going here. Yeah, this is going to be a new format for me doing this, so it might be a little slow going. So I hope I'm not going to make it too boring for everybody. Yeah, like I was saying, if you do like the videos, this live chat even, or any of the videos, the likes, I've come to realize really help with YouTube and getting the recommendations, which really helps get my videos spread. They get recommended highly once more like likes get posted. So, if you guys wouldn't mind clicking the like for me on the videos and on the live stream, I appreciate it. Okay, so there's that. There we go. That's the Facebook group chat. And here's my website. I do have a website for my channel also. Here's my website. Got the GoFundMe. And let's see here. You said you can do Control
C.
Control C.
V.
That'll copy the whole thing?
Yeah.
All right. I got my helper here. Control V. Oh, not wrong ones. All right. Clicking on it like later. Okay. All right, Pauline, I'll keep that in mind. I'm trying to pick up all this with getting YouTube, working the algorithm right to help with everything. Hey, Misty, what's up? How's it going? Just slowly getting all this information here. All right.
You can double click it twice. I should have done it for a moment.
Okay. Technical difficulties. Whoa, hello. All right, that's it. Is that it? Is that everything here? Okay. All right, let me get all this crap in here. That's the Facebook. I already put that on there. I don't know what I'm doing here. This is the one I'm trying to get.
No, PayPal's in there already.
Is it?
No, never mind.
No, it's not. He lied. I'm not losing my mind. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Thanks, Misty. By great, you mean sucking? Yeah, I know what you mean. All right. And I think I got all of that out of the way. Okay. All right. Well, tell you what, we had a pretty wild time over there at the Hopewell Burial Mound. If you hadn't seen that video yet, you could watch both parts. I cut them down pretty short. I just tried to get all of the interaction things down. I didn't want to trying to keep the videos to just showing some of the interesting things that happened and not a lot of standing around waiting, because not everything always happens quickly. Like, we were there for about an hour and a half, and I managed to get about 2 14-minute videos, but that's just how it goes. It was unreal. Thanks, Pauline. Yeah, it was crazy. Like, I had never had interactions with the REM pod like that. That blew me away. And hearing that native language, or the native person, it sounded like somebody speaking. Like Ramona, I think she recognized what it said, and it sounded like "Hey Tutoka," and Ramona said in what language was that? Lakota. Lakota means granddaughter. So that's interesting. If that's that's what it sounded like, and if that's what it was, that means there's some more things to look into. I've been rethinking the reactions I got on some of the devices, and wondering if somehow that connected to like a grandparent who we heard. Nana came up sometime, so I'm wondering if like maybe that was their interaction with like maybe grandmother, and maybe there's some things that might have been in front of us that I didn't realize. But I got my channel up here, and if we we could watch some of those clips too. Yeah, hey, is that how you say it? Hey Tutoka? Granddaughter in Lakota. Okay. Oh, I would definitely like to go back. I've been there a couple times. Um, hey Beth, how's it going? Hey Tim, what's going on? Oh, you're not late. Had a little technical difficulty, had to restart the stream up, but it's good now. Yeah, we got to hear those same noises that I've heard there all the time. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna get Declan in here. But I don't know. I always thought those noises we heard from a distance were birds, because I always see like these birds on the water, and I don't know. It's a weird noise, but Declan, he doesn't think there are birds. So I don't know what it was, but it sounded weird. Even in the old videos, if you watch some of the ones when I was on the other channel, we heard those same like noises coming from the hillside, and it's very strange noises. Sounds like animal-like, but I don't even know what it could be.
I thought they sounded like a bullfrog at first.
Bullfrog?
Wow, I looked it up.
That's crazy.
It's not a bullfrog.
It's not a bullfrog.
It's
all
not.
right.
I thought so, and I was like, well, it's probably just like a deep croak from like a frog. Nothing.
Yeah, it's very strange. I think I got a little bit of an amplification of it on the video where you could hear it, kind of, so you get an idea of what we heard. But we were really hearing quite a bit. I mean, there were some times we heard sounded like movement from somebody, or movement. Like I heard movement a lot coming by us, and I heard voices a couple times, and he heard them. I think he heard one I didn't hear, and then I heard one which it actually, if you hear the if you watch it, and I had it amplified, you can hear it sounds like a weird voice, almost like whisper, but I actually heard that. So there was some activity going on there with voices, and Declan saw like a shadow. I didn't really get to see it, I couldn't see it as well as he did, but there was some kind of a, what was it, like a
it looks like a person.
It looked like a person between
in front of a tree. Honestly.
Okay.
It's really weird. So I saw it, and then I turned on my flashlight because the moon was so bright. We didn't really need flashlights. But I turned on the flashlight and there was nothing there, and then I thought maybe it was like a branch shadow from like the moon, but there was nothing in the way. There was nothing to cast the shadow, and I was really trying to look for it. I was like, that might be just the moon, but it's, yeah.
Oh, well, I got I'll show you why in a second here. Let me see here. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna close out some of these screens. I got a bunch here. Let me go ahead and there you go. I got my web screen up here so we can, if we want to watch some clips, which I was gonna show some clips, we could watch them. So I didn't want to overpower the whole screen with our video, and I wanted to show off the new emblems if you haven't seen them. Some new logos that Declan came up with. I thought they were sweet. Hey, Roller Woman, what's going on? Good evening. I got Declan here. He came up with those the logos, which I thought were really bad, kick-ass, and I'm like, oh yeah, those are going up. So I wanted to make some space to show those off, and I got the screen here to show some videos. We were just talking about our experience over on the Hopewell burial mound. Crazy activity, some funny moments too. The time where I left the ringer on my phone, the notification, and we got the "it's me." I don't. That was one of the funniest things I think had happened during some of the investigations I've done. You want to see that?
Walk around.
Here you go.
Check out this beautiful land. It will not hurt you.
This is like one of my favorites.
It's me.
Did you call me?
Yeah, that was like that cracked me up. That was so like perfect. It's almost like if there was a spirit interacting with the device, it's like they did that just to be like kind of sarcastic or be funny about it, and I thought it was hilarious. You like his green hat? Yeah. His mom was kind of like, "You're really gonna wear that hat for the live stream?" And I was like, "Well, I'm like, come as you are, you could wear it. I think it's pretty cool." It almost looks like he's got like little horns on his head there, or like little wings or something. Now, could you hear that video all right? Could everybody hear that? Because this is the first time I'm using this streaming service, or the live streaming service. So I wanted to make sure that it was working out okay. So could you guys just give me a heads up that you could hear it okay? All right, cool. Thank you. Loud and clear, sweet. Tim, I looked up the Buxton Inn. I sent them a message. I wanted to ask because they used to do like paranormal tours, and I guess since COVID, they said the activity has picked up there, and they haven't done the tours. And I wanted to see if they were going to do it again, because I'm interested to go check it out. I read about some of the legends, the urban legends and the activity at that Buxton Inn. So I'm waiting to hear back because I sent a message to the person who's the contact for that Buxton Inn. So hopefully they actually give me like some good feedback, and they actually will let me go there and do something. Even if I just get a room, and as long as they'll give me, as long as they'll let me maybe access some rooms if there's some history to like just spend like maybe an hour doing an investigation there, that'd be nice. Our Generation game said Northside Hospital has got a lot of weird stuff going on. Oh yeah, I would imagine at a hospital. I mean, all the trauma that hospitals have seen. Yeah, there's President Lincoln, and there were other presidents too. That place has got a history of like, real historic guests there. And I think the Blue Lady, they call her, the Blue Lady's a legend that people see there. Question, Mike. Need me during any time I have Zoom. Okay, thanks, Ramona. I appreciate it. I'll Zoom you if I need any help, and I appreciate you listening to that EVP and help me with that. Air Cloud Native Woman meeting. I think there's a little girl that runs around there. They say, but the great thing, you can go and get a meal and room and 2 paranormal investigations all at once. Yeah, that would be cool. I wanted to touch base with whoever runs that place, just so they're aware that that's what I'm going to do if I go there, because I don't want to like end up causing a disturbance or anything if I'm doing that. So I'll try to arrange something if I can there. So, what did you think about that Hopewell Mound, Declan? Did you was there any things that you thought were any moments that you won't forget, or you thought were pretty cool?
I thought the when we saw that shadow go by the fence was pretty like.
Oh yeah.
That was kind of. I was telling everybody when we were on the other side of the fence, you're like, "This is where that shadow went." And we started walking up to it, and I was like, "Oh, and we're walking towards it."
Yeah. That was a pretty good one.
Yeah, that was
coming
creepy.
up. I'll show that one here.
Because you're like, nothing ran on the leaves.
Yep.
And I was thinking to myself, like, wow, nothing did run on the leaves. We just saw something just go past the fence.
I died suddenly.
I think this is it here. Oh yeah, that was a weird EVP. Here we go.
Party.
Oh yeah, missed the party. Oh, this was I think this was after. Oh yeah, that was. I went way past it. I went way past it. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, this is where I saw it here. I thought it was like maybe a rabbit or something. It was kind of smaller. Looked like, it wasn't very big. I called it a rodent because I thought it was some kind of a rodent. But I saw it run. I saw something run, and it ran like right by the fence on the other side. And then it didn't dawn on me till afterwards when we started walking over on that side that it's littered with leaves. Like all the leaves just fell, and I'm like, how did I not hear it if it was running?
It small. It looked bigger to me. It looked like a bigger shadow.
It went by quick. Here it is.
I think it was a rodent. I saw something run. No, something ran across there. Ran that way. Following the fence. Hopefully the camera got it.
Carol.
Hi, Carol.
Yeah, you definitely can't sneak through here. You know what? Yeah. What I saw.
See all the leaves? You hear us walking?
I did not either.
Yeah.
There was no
Yeah,
way
he's
that
funny,
was an
huh?
animal then. No way. There was no way it was an animal then.
I died.
Yeah, because there's no.
It's you can hear us walking around. I mean, if anything was on the ground and ran,
I saw a chip. I heard a chipmunk running on the ground.
yeah, we
earlier
in a little frog jumping around. We
Yeah.
heard the little frog jumping around. You couldn't like mistake it. You could hear it.
Yeah, but that shadow when I saw it, it was bigger for me because it was on this side. It just like we went, and I was like, whoa. And then you pointed it out, and I was like, yeah, I did see that. It was really weird.
Yeah. So, and I literally, I went through every option with editing this video, like amplifying, brightening up the background, changing texture. I tried to see, because I was looking at it with the camera, and I could not find anything moving on the video, even with lighting up the background. So I was kind of disappointed that I didn't get anything captured on video, even though I saw something run, and I had the camera there, pointed at it. But it was kind of weird when I turned. There's a lot of stuff I couldn't see because that IR only goes so far, and I didn't have a good enough range to see that far. So, I mean, I'm sure at some point we'll go back, Pauline. Yeah, walking over potato chips, Tim. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. And I mean, I hadn't been there for a while, so I really overlooked or didn't think about like, oh, there's going to be all these leaves from all the trees down now. And then we got there and I'm like, wow, I'm like, you can't walk around anywhere without, nobody could sneak up on you around there. Our generation games, I worked there during open and close. There's a little girl we all see in maternity and a big guy in the kitchen. That's at Northside Hospital. Our generation games, that's where you're talking about.
Yeah, that's kind of scary seeing a big guy, like a big ghost in the kitchen.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like, I think, I try to say that like, if you see something like that, like an apparition, to me it's almost like if they're trying to show themselves, they might not be like, some mean, scary kind of person.
Yeah.
They're just like showing themselves, and if you're scared of them, that's why like if I ever see that, I try to just approach it like, don't be scared of me, and try to like see if they'll actually not, like get discouraged or run, maybe try to run away from you if they see that you're scared of them. Home movies night, yeah, Roller Woman. Yeah, I figured this streaming service lets me do this kind of thing, so I can do a little more interactive. So as we're talking to Declan about his experiences and some of the things that happen, I can kind of go back into the video and we can go, show it again.
Same thing. It sounds like Morse code.
Oh,
My mom said the same thing.
okay. Yeah, you know what? We meant to bring that up and ask everybody about it too. Yeah. Yeah, hey, if anybody knows Morse code, if you have nothing better to do and you want to see if somehow some of those beeps on the REM pod actually are like, if they mean something. I mean, me personally, I would be really surprised if somehow something was using Morse code through the REM pod, but you never know.
Chills, honestly, I would get chills if
Yeah.
that was real. Honestly.
And sometimes I kind of get a little entertained or laugh when the REM pod has been going and going because it almost feels like I'm talking to a robot, if that makes sense. And it's kind of like a little bit comical to me. So if I'm like, when I have the REM pod, especially during that night, because boy, after we were there,
off.
yeah, it was about after a half hour or so, halfway through our investigation, and we come back to the mound from the river. That's like the activity just like amped up all of a sudden.
Yeah, so the Morse code thing, my mom brought that up, and I was like, well, I can listen to see if that's even a thing. And the letter I kept hearing, well, there's a lot of beeps, and it's just like, that's true, but like there's a lot of beeps, and I was just like, there's no dashes, so like twice I heard like dot dash or dot dot dash dot, which is just F. So it's just F.
Apparently,
which-
there's a lot of F's getting thrown around. Which
There was
is,
like
I'm not
two or
sure how I
three.
feel about that.
But yeah, if you can decode it.
If, if you think it is, I would really be surprised. But I mean, I don't know. That's a whole lot of unexplained things happening. Very well could be Morse code for all I know. But I tell you what, that EVP of the Hey Tutoka that I captured when we were coming back from the river, that really sunk in. I mean, that left a big impression on me, because that wasn't my audio device that can pick up really really fine decibels. That was just my camera mic, and it was clear. Like, it sounds like there's somebody by us that spoke and said that. And to hear that, it definitely says something. It sounds like it says, "Hey Tutoka," that we're actually getting an EVP of a native person speaking to us. That was something to me. That was one of the more incredible things I think that we've had captured. What do you say, Roller Woman? I seem to recall that happened on either Ghost Hunters or maybe one of Josh Gates' programs. Morse code and an EVP. Wow. Okay. That thing was going off. Oh man, Timmy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, there were some other EVPs that almost sounded like they could have been native language, like speaking. There was a couple, and one sounded like it said "aho" back to me, which I thought was kind of cool. I mean, that's what it sounded like when I was listening and I heard that EVP, which I titled in there, but it sounded like it said "aho."
Can't be Morse.
If there's no dashes.
Yeah.
Maybe the beeps are when they drain the device.
That's what I was trying to say, because the only letters and things that are in Morse code alphabet that has just like dots is the number 5 is H, I, and S. Those are the only ones that just have nothing but dots. Everything else has dashes in it. So, yeah, I don't know.
You know what, Tim? That you say that. That's funny that you say that about you thought that thing was playing some kind of native music. I seriously, that like crossed my mind. I just made myself look like I'm crazy now, but that crossed my mind when I was listening to the beeps. Like, I almost heard like some kind of a rhythm or a beat, and I thought that. But that thought kind of like just came and went. I didn't really put much into that, but I did think the same thing too, Tim. Which is kind of funny that you say that. But that was crazy. It literally felt like it was drawing me around.
Someone wants us to go down here.
I mean, it's the shorter version of it, but it really felt like it was...
Hello.
It kept wanting me to move down the mound.
Moving down here. Where would you like me to go? If this is where you want me to go, touch the device in my hand again, okay? Here.
You know, it's one of those things that, like, you never forget.
This is amazing. Okay. I see. You're wanting me to come this way. Want me to keep coming down here? Here. I'll sit. Yes? Look at that. This is really cool. Thank you.
You know, that was the short version of it. But it was pretty amazing. Like, it seemed like it wanted me to go down the hill, and whenever I come back to, like, that's a stone that's got, like, a history carved on it. It talks about the mound and the history where I'm at there. And it seemed like whenever I was by that, it would interact a lot.
It's like native music when you know when they play a flute. Or it could be like vocals, honestly. It sounds kind of like vocals. Or like similar to vocals, I mean.
Yeah, at first it kept as I kept moving, it stayed with me. Now I don't know if that meant like it was trying to tell me to come back, or if it was trying to like keep me moving, but it almost felt like it kept trying to tell me something. And it was like moving with me and interacting, which was something that I haven't had happen yet. And I thought that was like really awesome when it did that. I did see where it looked like it wanted you to keep going down the hill. Right. And I thought about it after the fact that it could have been doing that, or it could have been moving with me maybe to get me to come back, because it seemed like once I got to like the very end, it stopped touching the device until I went back up to where the stone was, and then it interacted again. And then that was really cool. I mean, that was, those REM pods are great devices, and now I have 2 more of them over there. I have 2 smaller ones.
So, the thing is, the thing that's I'm just like, the thing that I'm just kind of like taken by is like, okay, so it is
I'm gonna grab those.
Lakota, but like Ohio's known for like, well, especially this area, like Towner Woods and stuff, is mostly known for like Iroquois or like Shawnee. So the fact there's Lakota language, it's puzzling. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's kind of puzzling. It's like, okay, that's...
Yeah, Pauline, yep. Like, that was one of the questions I asked it, too, when it was guiding me down there. I asked it, if that's where you were buried at. Is that Elion? Is that how you say it? Elion? I don't want to mispronounce it, but, yeah, we'll go back. That I've been there, I think that was my 4th time there, or 5th time I've been there, and I tell you, the only time there really wasn't activity when I went there was when there was a person with me that was kind of being a little disrespectful and loud, and they didn't want to interact with us. And I saw that, and like, Ramona and many others have told me that, if you try to be forceful and not respectful, that, a lot of times if there are spirits around, they won't interact with you, because the volume, the sound, is very impactful. So, but every time I've been there, there's been a lot of activity there, especially with the REM pod. But yeah, here they are. I got these. These are I'm sure we can't. There it is. I got these. See, this one's orange, and I got 2 different color ones, just so that one's blue. But they work just like the big REM pod. They put off the radio waves, and if something sends the waves back by blocking it, then it like completes the circuit and sends them off. So I got more of them, and I'm curious to see if I can actually get interaction on multiple, maybe different locations at the same time. Something like that'd be really cool. Yeah, that's my approach, Pauline. I so far for me, the interactions and the activity has been good, and I don't need to try to do any provoking to get a response. Like some people like to do that. It seems like when you interact respectfully, then you get curiosity and you get spirits that will interact with you, and that's what I want to capture and document that.
Right.
Yeah, Tim, you know what I mean, but everybody's got their own kind of format that they want to do to try to, get views or whatever, and
maybe that's why Shane from Watcher doesn't get many interaction. He's just mean all the time.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like Ramona mentioned about spiritual attacks, especially like with the native spirits, and if they're protective of that burial ground, or like the spirits at the cemetery I was at that had the soldiers that guard the mausoleum, like their post. If you come off as like being disrespectful or invading, or aggressive like that, then they will try to harm you. Whether or not they can actually cause any kind of discomfort or problems seems to be most likely they can in some way. But that's what, I think behaving like that could cause them, cause some kind of negative response by spirits or even worse than that.
So it's Elion.
Okay, Elion. All right.
Dowsing rods.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about dowsing rods before. He's used them. I used them briefly, and your mom too. And we were going to...
my fiance used them too.
Yeah, we're going to try to... this was at their... it was at his mom's house. That's the one with the poltergeist activity that I did the video on. We were thinking about documenting the interactions we get there with the dowsing rods, because the spirits there really, I watch them. They really interact with those dowsing rods. You can actually see the static between the rods. Like you can see the static energy when they're moving. I've never seen that before, and that's really, really interesting. I don't know, in a video I did in the past, I talked about the pictures of the tree. In the video I mentioned about the tree we went down to the river to see. I don't know if anybody is familiar with that. But I was going to show a little intro clip that I did. This was originally the intro for this part 2, but I changed it. But I'm going to play that so everybody can see that. Let me go ahead and get that pulled up here. Oops. One moment. Okay, let's see here. Here it is here. Okay, I'm going to play this for you guys if you want to watch this. I explain a little bit about the...
Welcome back. At the end of part 1, I was taking Declan to see a special tree. Why this tree is significant, I will show you and try to explain. This photograph was taken on the bank of Lake Pippin,
sorry about that.
which borders the burial mound. The tree's significance at the bottom of this photo here.
Sorry, let me start that over for you because I kind of messed that up for you.
Welcome back. At the end of part 1, I was taking Declan to see a special tree. Why this tree is significant, I will show you and try to explain. This photograph was taken on the bank of Lake Pippin, which borders the burial mound. The tree's significance at the bottom of this photo here. At the bottom of the next photo, you will see the same tree. If you look closely, you will see a gray haze that covers the tree. Was this some camera glitch or something else? I spoke to my gifted friends and let them see the photos. What I learned was something beyond normal understanding, something paranormal. There may have been a tragedy here, and the land bears imprint of this. After Declan and I explored by this tree, we were about to head back, and that's when I captured this EVP that sounds like a man speaking in a native language. I'm going to share this clip with you, so watch and listen to something amazing.
That one right there. That's one here of the photo that we got before.
Here comes the leaves. Everybody loves the leaves.
Yeah, that's it.
I apologize for the
Go
volume.
back up and see what we missed. Alright.
Okay, well. There you go. And I'm lost here.
That's okay.
Ah, there we go. See, I'm getting the hang of it.
You can actually size that up to make this like.
Right here. Boop. Now the whole thing enlarges.
Yeah,
Alright, good. Alright, I'm gonna let my partner here go ahead and straighten me out. There we go.
You gotta mess with it.
There we go. Alright, there we
It's a
go.
little bigger.
There. Alright, I need to actually...
Is Ramona still here?
Ramona, you still there? Let me see. Roller woman, I missed that. Do spirits speak in their native language through the REM pod or in your language? There's a theory that they will speak in your language, but it seems to be too convenient. Well, from what it seems like so far, I mean, I captured an EVP that sounds like someone speaking in a native language, so it seems like you'll hear them. I'm guessing you possibly could hear them speak in your language, even though they're not. But then I just, what we heard was a native language. So if that's true, then we would have heard that in our language. So that's a good question. That's hard to say exactly what it is, because it seems like, I guess, either are possible. But that you just heard what sounded like, Lakota language, someone speaking to us. Misty, bye. You leaving, Misty? Okay. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. And like I mentioned before too, with the likes, if you guys like the videos and like the live stream, that'll help get the recommendations through YouTube too, which will help a lot with the channel to grow. So if you would like the videos and the live streams, I'd appreciate it. And I think I put all the links up. If anybody doesn't know, we have a Facebook group for my channel, and I always post updates and things like that. So if you want to scroll back up to the top, you could get the link. Also, my email. If you want to email me with anything, you can always email me. And I posted that on there. What did we miss? Tim said, I heard that exactly what you're saying. I thought I heard a man or like a native guy saying something. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the volume, your speakers, the bass, all that. It's like sometimes, like if I use my cell phone and I watch the videos, I can hear those a lot clearer sometimes through that speaker than I can with like my desktop speakers. But let's see, there must have been about 10 shorts I watched too. Okay, yeah, I've been trying to do a lot of shorts, promoting my videos through the shorts. That's something that I've been trying to do. And I'm going to keep trying to do that. And, unboxings. Like I used to do videos for unboxings. I think I'm just going to do shorts now to show the new equipment. I've been kind of doing that. I have some really cool news. I'm not going to give too much detail, but I will tell you this. I spoke to someone. They wanted to come along with me over at my research site and do an investigation. And, like, Declan's welcome to always come with me whenever I go somewhere too, so he could come with us if he's free. But someone asked me to come along with me, and I think this is really awesome that he wants to come with me. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that sometime next week, maybe towards the end of next week, you might see videos coming, and it might be of the investigation over at my research site with a very special guest. And you're going to be really surprised, but excited too. So I'll keep you posted on that. The weather here has been snowing. It's below freezing outside. Yeah, but I think when we're going to go, when we do this next week to the research site, it's going to be during one of the better days coming up that next week. So, and it's going to be at night, so it's going to be cold. We're just going to have to bundle up and get through it. But I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be great. What did I miss here? There must have been about 10 shorts. I got you there, Tim. My phone. Who's a medium, Tim? Who did I miss?
Is he a medium? The person who's coming with you.
Oh. No, he's not. He's not a medium. He's just another content creator. You probably watch this content.
He means me. He means me.
Oh.
No, I'm just a.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Just a regular guy.
He's just a regular guy. You didn't see the other one? There it is. A regular guy.
Regular guy.
Yeah. Pauline, beautiful. Oh, you're North Queensland. Okay. I'm pretty sure your weather is pretty much clear most of the time there, right? I really don't know. Pauline, you're in Australia, right? Hey, what's up, Redneck Randy? Oh yeah, and Dillo. What's up, Dillo? Yeah, I think you told me before, Pauline, you're in Australia. I don't. Is the weather usually dry and warm there? That's I always thought. Not him sitting next to you, the guy you said. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought you meant. Him. No, he's not. Well, neither of them are. So there you go. No, he's not. He's another YouTube content creator. He's got a few channels, and he's been over to West Branch, especially where I go, and he had some things. He's seen some of my stuff, and he wanted to see some of the interaction, and he had some stuff he wanted to try to maybe get answers to. So he wanted to come along with me for a night when we go there and do some investigating, and it's going to be sweet. It's going to be a good one, and hopefully if it should happen. I mean, the weather is going to be the biggest issue here, but it looks like next week we got some days that we're going to squeeze in there, and if we do, I'll keep you updated, and if it happens, then that's going to be some good video, I'm sure. Pretty sure everybody will be excited when you find out who it is. Flooding, huh? You got flooding there? Yeah, that's someplace I've never been to Australia.
I would go. I'm
Working
just
on
afraid
a few
of planes.
Oh, afraid of planes, really?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess that's not that uncommon, but as
It's-
many times as I've been on planes and had to go on planes, I like never even thought to even like be scared of it. Never could be scared of it.
It's strange how my brain works because it's like I'm afraid of planes, which are they're basically like sky buses, right? But
Yeah.
I would go on a rocket that would go to space. It's really confusing.
It is kind of a scary feeling, though. You're really in the hands of other people when you're in a plane. Really, I mean, you're in the hands of the pilot, and everything goes smooth with it mechanically. I mean, little errors when you're doing something like flying in a plane at that height. It's like, it's kind of a scary thing. Excuse me. How's your mom, Dillo? You said you were working on a few things. Is she doing okay? Is she well? Yeah. Yeah, in my military time, I haven't had to jump out of a plane, so I'm good. Did some fast roping, but never did any jumping. I mean, I think it'd be fun. I've always liked thrills. That always seemed like a thrill, but I think I'll be all right not experiencing that.
I think I'd be alright if not experiencing. I would do it.
Would you?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'd do it.
Do it for fun.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Oh, Redneck Randy, you said watch out for your ex-wife. She throws things. Yeah, I think you've talked to me about that before. What things? Anything? Anything she can get her hands on there?
A car.
What's that?
A car?
A car?
There's a car.
Like the Hulk? Oh, you miss it? All right. Well, that's cool, Dillo. Yeah, thank you. Hey, anytime, Pauline. My pleasure. I'm sure Dillo feels the same way. He said he misses it. I kind of miss some things too, and there's some things I don't miss. So I'm good with being done. Oh, where to go now? Where do we go from here?
Do you want to talk about?
Just throws rocks. Okay.
Oh.
Is that who's out there hiding in the woods when I watch some of the other guys who are out there looking for certain people? Is it really her? Is she the one out there throwing rocks at him? Is that what you're saying, Redneck Randy?
Do you want to talk about Hopewell?
Hopewell?
Yeah.
Going back again? Or some of the things that happened?
The things that happened. I would love to go back. Now that I've done it, I think it was my first time ghost hunting, which you can definitely tell from the video. But now that I've went, it's not as scary as I thought it was from going in to it. So in hindsight, 2020, It's not that bad. It's actually like nice.
Well, I have to admit, it wasn't as dark as like West Branch over my research area. We had a nice bright moon out.
Oh yeah.
All the leaves fell off the trees. It was actually really nice that night.
I turned off my headlamp for a while.
I did
It's
too.
just
I had my headlamp
literally-
off. It was like, I was surprised. I'm like, wow, I don't need my headlamp out here late at night. But over West Branch, there's like absolutely no light that gets in through there. And it's definitely like, it's an eerie feeling being in there when you're there at night in the park. Especially in West Branch, because in the park there, man, going down the main trail to where I go to get to my research site is like, it's a creepier, eerier feeling than it is when I'm actually in the areas where I know the activity happens, which I mentioned before, because it's a very dark place. Especially when you're by yourself, it's definitely like, you get a little extra pep in your step when I'm moving around, especially on the trail. I start, stepping it up. What was it? Somebody else asked me about. Roller Woman. Ramona, if you're still in chat, maybe she could answer that. I don't know if she said she left. I may have missed it, but if she's here, I mean, as far as I know, they're like a catch-all, like just to basically keep any unwanted spirits away from you, to possibly connect to you. And I think native spirits recognize it, because I do also let the spirits know, especially at the Hopewell Mound and at other places, because most of the areas we've gone to around here, have history of being inhabited, by natives, and a medicine bag. If I'm right, Ramona, I mean, though that goes back probably a long, for quite some time, and they, like you told me, I always do that. I always show them that and tell them that, you gave that to protect me, and you're my friend, and I always let them know that too. And I think those kind of things are what help them see me as not a threat. And I definitely don't want to seem like a threat whenever I go to any of these places. The Beaver Moon in October was incredible this year.
I agree.
Yeah, the moons have been amazing around here. I mean, like the you can see them real clear. The skies have been clear. Real good view of the moon for a while now. Oh yeah, they definitely help, Roller. Yep. And there's I always offer the tobacco too. To Mother Earth. I always do that and let them know that I offer that tobacco. It's just a sign, of respect to Mother Earth. Yeah, and smudging. Yep, I do that before and after. And say my prayer. St. Michael the Archangel, same thing. And I don't know if I've ever told the story of this, but I think it was verified too. Ramona and others helped me. It came upon me some time ago that I felt like I actually had a presence. I felt like I had someone who was connected to me, whether you call it a spirit or guardian angel, and it's been communicated to me through my device also, and it was directly related to me and asking questions. A name Charlotte. When I asked about who she was, I got answers, and I got Charlotte, and she like the devices, the responses were quick. She said her name. I asked if she would sit by me. She said yes, and then almost immediately I got a reply that said, "Your guardian angel." And if you've ever noticed, and I've noticed this just about everywhere I've gone, you'll see Charlotte come through the device. Her name will come up, and it'll come up every time I go somewhere. And it's like she's telling me she's there. And it came upon me, or like I should say I became aware of her probably before I even started doing this on the other channel, through dreams and things. And then I asked Ramona about this because I was curious and I wondered if she could see, and Tim, one of the other mediums who watch, and I asked them about this, and they kind of conferred that there is a spirit of a woman that's with me. And if you noticed in the part one, I caught that EVP, which sounds almost like some kind of angelic, like exhale or voice even. It was I've never had that happen. I've never heard something like that. And it was after I got Charlotte come up on the device.
I gotta put my glasses on. I gotta read these.
Oh, you got your glasses on now? Oh, you're gonna read?
There we go. Yeah. Now I can see them.
Yeah, well, there's a story that I didn't know. I've never really talked about that before. But that's also, whenever I go somewhere, I always talk to her and I ask her to, watch after me and help keep me safe. So I feel like I've got, a lot of help.
Did we get a Charlotte when we were at Hopewell?
Yeah. Oh yeah, here you go. I'll let you. We'll go back to that because this was kind of amazing to me also.
These are my fiance's glasses too.
Here we go. Here. I'm gonna go
They
to this.
say what I'm doing is dangerous.
It's not dangerous. Shut up. Here we go.
Yeah.
Declan sees the dark mass.
And check out this
So
beautiful
we're gonna see
land.
my name.
It will not hurt you.
Here we go. It is right. Here we go.
It's been. Oh, hello. Charlotte. Of course, Charlotte is always with me. And I'm grateful.
Did you hear that? That, like, when I first heard that, when I listened to the audio recorder, I was like, what is that? I'm like, what? I mean, that was something we didn't hear when we were there. It wasn't audible, but that stood out. Like, that noise was either someone or, I can't explain it. But it's odd that it came up right after I got Charlotte on the device. And, like right after that, and I was trying to talk to her to thank her, say thanks for, being there with me because I'm aware of her. And then I got that. And it almost sounds like a woman. You can almost hear like a woman's voice in it. And I was like, that was pretty amazing. And it kind of just reaffirmed a little bit about, what it seems like with someone being with me. We got Dillo, yeah, Sage the Four, yeah, like I've cleansed my trailer. If you remember when I had something in my trailer before, I saw something unusual and I tried to communicate, and then I saged my trailer and tried to cleanse it more than once just to make sure, and no communication in my place anymore, trying to communicate with anything. Try to cut myself off, disconnect, because I'm not trying to keep anything here if something does manage to get here from wherever I go. But yeah, you're right, Dillo, using the sage.
Yeah, there was a lot of things in the video that I didn't hear, like the recordings and stuff, like the EVPs and stuff. Where I was like, it's just so weird. Like Charlotte's EVP, if that was her, that gave me chills.
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard anything like that. Like, I'm not sure what that was, but it almost sounds like the tone of like a voice, like a woman's, like almost like an exhale, or you know what I mean, like an expression of some kind. And I was like, that was something I haven't caught on an EVP before. It was very unusual.
Well, like
Redneck Randy. Yeah, it's also good for that, Redneck Randy. It's good for making sausage on hog killing day. You can cleanse out any spirits in your place and
food.
Yeah, and your pork.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any history with this name in this area, in that area, but we get 3 times we got the name Harriet.
Oh yeah, Harriet.
Like whoever Harriet was.
Harriet. And did you see Nana? Nana came up a couple times. Said Nanny though, and then Nana. And when I was getting the activity on the REM pod, I asked if they could say their name on the device. And then if you notice, I don't know if I noticed this. I think I only noticed it when I watched it again. But when I asked that, like the second time, Nana came up on it, and I thought that was pretty cool. Let me find that.
I don't
You
want
guys
to
see what I'm
disturb
talking
you.
about? Oh, there's the end.
Can you say your name?
Right here.
Can you tell me your
This
slash?
is the REM pod.
Here, I'll set it right here.
This area where I'm setting this down at, I
How's
had
that?
activity here before with that REM pod in the same area. And
How's
remember, this is where
Go ahead, my friend. Maybe me holding it,
we had the activity
they're
on
able
the
to
cat
use
toy.
energy.
It was
my
right
energy
over
to
there.
Be able to touch it.
What is this? That's
Okay.
weird.
Move over.
Let's see where Nana's at.
Wow. This is crazy.
Let's go.
Yes. Hello.
Ooh, homemade sausage.
Whoever's with me,
Ooh,
can you say your name?
like sausage gravy too.
Can you tell me
I
your
wanna
name through the
clarify
device
something.
over here?
Like,
Here we go. Hold on. Let's,
oh yeah,
This device right here.
let's see. This
Can
is
you
what
say
I was
your
talking
name?
about.
Whoever it is.
I'm sorry, I laughed. It's like you're talking to a robot when this thing
Wow.
beeps at you.
This is something else. Wow.
I mean,
Hello.
that's full go. That's like somebody's grabbing that with their
I
hand.
really would
right
like to know who it is that's with me touching this.
now. That's
Could
maxed
you
out.
please say your name? Tell me your name through the device. Nana.
Yep, right there.
We got Nana, Nanny.
I've got Nana before up here too.
Yeah, and I've had Nana,
Nana,
even
are you
before
here?
this night. I've had
Is that
Nana.
you, Nana?
But that was also very strange that Nana Nana came through the device when I was asking whoever was interacting with the REM pod if they could say their name through there. And it's like they did.
like
Breathy swoon for Mike. Yeah, like she was blushing or something. How about some homemade sausage gravy? Oh, I haven't had that for a long time. That sounds so good right now. And biscuits. Man, I'm starting to get hungry again. No, I didn't. Tim, so you asked if I had any grandmothers that passed that you called Nana? No, I never did. There was something very strange. I kind of want you guys to see this too. I wasn't sure how I felt about this because this seemed very unusual, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. This is the Helltown video.
Great content needs a great audience.
Yeah, I'm going to skip this here in a second.
Like your boss needs validation.
Yeah, there we go. Let's just, world's best boss? Sure you are.
And you can talk to me, and I will hear you.
All right.
I have another device
Right.
here. This device I'm holding in my hand right now. It's a box.
I thought I titled all of
If
my
you'd like to
EVPs
tell
on
me
there.
that you're here, and come over to me
Okay.
and
Well,
show me that you're here.
Okay, I'm
This
going to have to
device will
find
let
this
me
now.
know
But there's
that
an
you are here
EVP
with
on
me.
here I want you guys to hear. And I'll explain why I think
You're
this
here
is...
also.
Take picture.
Yes.
That's funny.
Footsteps.
I'm going to get there in a second here. I don't know. I'm going to have to go back in and title this. I usually always put the EVPs in. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I do the what do you call it for the timed the different sections of the video you can jump through and only watch certain parts if you want. But I usually tag or I put the EVPs in and I timestamp the EVPs too. I'm trying to see if I catch up here. There's a whole bunch of chat coming up here. Might be one of your Nana's angels. Yeah.
You got a bot now.
What?
The bot.
Oh, I got a bot? Oh my god. Private. What do I do with this bot? How can I get rid of this thing? Block it. All right.
That's
You're
all.
blocked. We don't need any of that crap in here.
They're interested in ghosts too.
Part of your menu for Thanksgiving, Mike. Homemade oh man. Okay. All right, Beth. I'll take you up on that. I usually put the EVPs timestamped on here, and I didn't for this one. I didn't know how I missed that. I'm gonna have to do that because I was expecting to find this EVP pretty quick here, but
I just want to clarify something about the Hopewell. My mom said something that we were watching it earlier, before I came over, part 2, and she was like, "Now, is the REM pod going off because of the camera?" And I said no, because it wasn't close. Like, so it was like this.
Oh yeah.
So it wasn't even close. He just zoomed in.
Here, I'll even show you. You can get close to this REM pod, and it's not going to go off. Let me give you an example of, like, thinking that it's going off because I have my camera. Like, I don't know if you could see this. I mean, look.
You gotta be.
Look how close I am.
You gotta be, like, really close to it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a few inches from it. So if I'm standing here like this and I have my camera like I had, I mean,
Yeah.
unless that camera is right here, that's what sets it off. So, you know, you've seen that this... Wow. Wow, okay. All right. Okay, I'm not going to...
We're not gonna communicate today.
Yep. Remember what my philosophy is at home. Okay, but I'm trying to find this EVP now, and this kind of went sideways on me because... Oh, here it is. Okay. All right, let me see here before I show you this. Charlotte's playing games. Oh, okay, Tim. Man, that's one of my favorite. I love biscuits and gravy. Like, I mean, around here for me, Bob Evans. You know, that's the place if you go get it somewhere. If you don't make it, Bob Evans is. Oh man, they were so good. But that's where I get mine at. Yeah, I'm getting spam. And homemade sausage gravy. All right, Beth. Yeah, Beth, you already. Sausage and gravy, man. That's. Whew, and some biscuits. That's like my weakness.
Bob Evans ain't as good as my mom's cooking.
Oh, venison? Yeah. I used to, what place I used to work at, there was a guy who made jerky, venison jerky, and he used to make it really spicy, and man, he used to sell bags of it, and it was so good. Get cooking, ladies. Okay, well, I don't know. My youngest son, his name is Luca, okay? And when I first heard this EVP, I kind of had some really odd feelings about this. Because, I'm not going to lie, the voice, when you hear the voice that says Luca, it sounds like my son. Like, I'm not joking, it sounds like him. And I really had like some mixed feelings about that because I don't know if I'm just hearing it and it sounds like him, but it's not. But this right here, this was very unusual for me when I heard this. This was. I don't know how well you heard that, but under the little bit of digital swirling when I cleaned it up, you can hear the voice say that, Luca. I repeated it. He didn't say it twice. Oh, hey, Painless, what's up? You're at a pre-wedding party in San Diego. In quarantine. Oh. The only person trying to watch paranormal YouTube, huh? Well, thanks, Painless. Whatever. I don't know if anybody knows that, but with Painless, we always say that. I always say that to him because there was an EVP once over at the Witch's Grave when I was like doing a live stream, and he joined, and I said, you know, I welcomed him. I said hi, and then the EVP said whatever, like this little stern voice just goes whatever. And every time I talk to him, I always say whatever.
My fiance suggested a place to go to.
Oh yeah?
It's called Beaver Creek State Park.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've heard of that. I've had other people mention that place too.
You gotta go. Just saying.
Okay.
It's apparently a bunch of canal workers died.
Right. Yep.
In the 1800s.
That's what the big history of that place in paranormal activity is based on the deaths that happened there. Yeah, Dill. You remember that EVP? Yeah, that was I went live by myself. I caught a break in the rain that day, and it gave me just enough time to get in there and do like an hour live streaming. And that's when that first audible voice spoke to me. The first is a disembodied voice that I heard come from like the trail side of the hill when I was live streaming. And I caught it on the audio and I listened to it, and it said, "You have to stay." So I wasn't sure how I felt about that, but you know, I guess hopefully it was a nice "you have to stay." Like, you know, they're, you know, like, "Oh, you have to stay," and not like, "You have to stay."
Yeah.
Because that wouldn't feel, you know, I wouldn't feel so happy about that.
No. No one would.
Yeah.
Scary.
You don't miss the free bar, huh? Oh yeah, who can? That's like, I say it's a good wedding, but I've heard a lot of bad things happen at weddings from free bars. Yeah, I kind of did fall down the hill because of Glenn. Now Glenn's got me hooked smoking a pipe. I even upgraded my pipe. I got a nice pipe here. New pipe. Look at this. New pipe. It's got the nice flat bottom on it. I can rest it down. It's got a filter and a little bite cover on it. Yeah, I upped up my game with the pipe. So I made a friend after after apparently he pushed me down the hillside. Now, you know, I guess he doesn't do that anymore. I made a good impression.
I would love to go to Gettysburg. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Gettysburg, yeah. Some of the videos I can't remember. Somebody caught that one in the field where it looks like the soldiers are like marching.
Yeah, that
was crazy.
That is, I believe that one. My mom and I watch like ghost videos and stuff, and it's, I believe in I believe in ghosts and I believe in paranormal. It's just I am not a believer of like 80% of the videos I watch, but that one, it's really, you can ask my mom. It's really hard for me to like not like sit there and like debunk them, but no, that one I believe. That one is like, that one's just too, that's too paranormal for me.
Gettysburg, man.
That's a
Gettysburg
pretty sweet
would
place.
be, yeah. I wonder if we could find that clip of that soldier.
Sounds like a great place to
Gettysburg.
investigate. It's not my idea. It's not my idea to go to Beaver Creek State Park. That's my fiance's.
I think this is it. Is this it right here?
No.
There's this one. This is it. I think this is it.
If you've been thinking about starting an online business for a while now, I want you to listen closely.
Okay.
Because on
Shut
November
up.
Paranormal Recovery Field.
here,
On a trip to the historic battlefield, Brad comprising discovery that propelled paranormal.
July 6, 1990. I was on a family vacation for just a few seconds.
There it
And I
is.
stopped
This
it
right
because I
here.
want to get a little bit closer. As soon as I look up to start running again, just a few seconds,
Look,
I
here
pan
we go.
across.
Let me
I'll run
go
about
back.
halfway
All
across
right,
the
look at
field.
this.
Stop, and I pan across. They're in frame for just a few seconds, and I stop it because I want to get a little bit closer. As soon as I look up to start running again, they're gone. And I mean, nowhere to be found. They would have had to move about 300 yards in a second
Look at
to
that.
be out of my
That's-
sight.
I guess
There
that's
was no
the video
possible
right
way.
after
It
you
was
look
at
back.
that
There's
very
nothing
moment
there.
that I knew that the paranormal existed. And I've been wanting answers ever since.
Yeah.
That's weird. I think I'm thinking of a different video. There's like one where like they're like, it's a tree line.
Devil's Den.
It's like a tree line, and like they're marching, and it's just like one after another just marching. It was like from the 90s, and I just remember watching that going like, there's no way that's like, unless they had like 300 people dressed in the same clothes just repeating themselves walking up the, it's like really weird.
Yeah, Gettysburg. I've never ever been there, and you guys kind of get me motivated to go there now. That would actually be pretty pretty amazing to go spend some time there, get some film in the daytime, wander around, maybe find like this area here where he did this video at, the same area, and actually check it out. See if capture something would be really cool. Tim, you're ready to go? Okay. Well, I tell you what, I don't know how far Gettysburg is from here, but if I could get, money saved up from it, if I get some money to go there, I would do that. I would do that for sure. would have to find out where to go, because I'm sure this whole area around Gettysburg has got like so many different places to go and check out. Yeah. Yep. It seems like Gettysburg is an area that's got more captured events, like those traumatic events that have imprinted on the area that keep coming around.
You know what's a good place that I was thinking of is the Paulding Lights location. You ever see that?
The Paulding Lights?
Yeah. So like there's this.
I don't. It doesn't sound familiar.
So like there's a story of like.
We'll go an hour and 15 minutes. Cool.
Oh wow. There's an hour. There's a location. I think it's. Oh no, I don't remember where it's at. It's close nearby Ohio, but there's a place where, and it's called Paulding. It's like a county, like a town or something. But there's like this little valley where the trains used to be, and there is this legend of this ghost who would wave his light to let people know there's a train coming. He's got like a lantern, and still to this day, you can, if you go to that location and look down the valley at the exact same time every night, there's a light that no one knows where it's coming from. And people have tried to go up there. They can't see it from when they're standing at the location. A show called Fact or Faked Paranormal Files did it. They tried to debunk it. They couldn't. With everything they ever tried to do, they thought it was car headlights. They did everything. They even went to the location where they saw the light. It took a helicopter, everything. Nothing could have debunked it. Like nothing. It was just a light that was coming from nothing. And if you can look it up if you want. It's spelled like Paul the name and then Ding. It's like really. It's really it's creepy. It's just like a blinding light.
Roller woman said smash the like button, folks. Yep, like I was talking about before. That's I think I've figured out, or I've learned that, you know, the like button getting recommended by YouTube, that's where it counts. When you get the likes, YouTube will start recommending it. Like my Helltown video, that one got recommended by YouTube, and that has the most views out of all my other videos, and that had a big part to it. And I think it was because it had a lot of likes. So there you go. If you guys would like all the videos, that would definitely help. I appreciate it. Gettysburg, yeah.
Gotta go there sometime.
Yeah, this time of year is like, that's rough to try to do outdoor stuff.
Oh yeah,
now.
for sure. Like now,
maybe in the springtime, or
summer, something like that.
Yeah, I gotta find some indoor places to go. That's why, like, I was thinking about that Buxton Inn. I'm waiting to hear back though. I did send him a message. I might reply again just to see if she got it. Oh, Pauline. Okay, you sent. Let me go ahead and accept your request, Pauline. There you go. You're approved. All right. Hey, the cameraman's on. He's live. Man, there's some good hunts. You know, I don't know if anybody's gone on Jack's channel, but I'm sure everybody that's a subscriber here probably subscribes to his channel. But on my YouTube channel, you know, I've got his channel recommended. You know, I got a link to his channel right here, Cameraman and Crew. You can't even see it, my screen here. Hold on a second. You see, this thing's too big now. It's too buku. All right, I gotta do a little shrink on the screen here, guys. I'll just scroll it up. There you go. Right here on my page, got a link to the Cameraman and Crew and some other Squatch Topic PA. You guys probably know Josh. You probably watch him. If not, you know, these and Biggie, the Great Outdoors Biggie, and then there's me and me too. You know, if you want to check out, if you like the Bigfoot investigators, the hunters, you know, good channels to watch right there. Check them out.
I love ghost hunting now, and I want to try out Bigfoot hunting. Honestly, I've seen Bigfoot one time. It was terrifying.
Oh, that's right. You told me about that.
Yeah.
Oh, what do we got? Hold on, my chat here. I'm missing you guys. Hey, you're welcome, Pauline. I'm glad to have you. You have some pictures of ghosts from Gettysburg. Okay, awesome. Yeah, you got my email, I'm pretty sure, Dillo. If not, it's in the, probably towards the top of the chat. I put it in there. Yeah, send me the pictures. I could post them up on, or you could just go right in, Dillo. Go right into the Facebook group and post it. Let everybody see them, or I'll do that if you want to send them to me. Yeah, Tim. Yeah, Jack's hunts are awesome.
Don't know any of them, JK.
Troll. Yeah, got my number. Call me late. Wow, okay, so we've been going an hour and 20 minutes. It's like a new record. That's awesome. Oh, thanks, Beth. Yeah, there you go, the designer right here. As soon as I seen him, I'm like, oh man, I'm like, that's where it's at right there. I like those. I gotta get those and I gotta get myself at least one shirt to start wearing around. You know, free advertising, right?
If you would like, I mean, I know I got like other designs with that logo coming that I'm working up, and you know, intros and logos and stuff. But I mean, if you want, I can design some hoodies and stuff.
Oh, design some hoodies. All right.
Some shirts and hoodies and stuff.
Yeah, I want to get set up with something once I get, once I get the brand, then I would like to get some, find a source to get merchandise through. So if anybody wanted any gear with the logo on it, you know, that way you guys can, you know, you could purchase it. I know I'd wear some around. You know, people ask about it. That's always good.
I'd wear some.
Yeah.
Like an investigation.
I was thinking about like doing some extra money on the side through DoorDash, and then whenever I bring the delivery, you know, I was thinking about making business cards with the logo on it and the channel and putting that like with the items through DoorDash. Like when I give them their bag of stuff, like give them a business card with the channel on it. That could always. I was thinking that might help out. Right now, you know, getting monetized seems like a long way away, but you know, I'm just keep trying to get my channel out there a little more, and eventually, hopefully, it'll come. I'm gonna get 1,000 subscribers for that, and 4,000 watch hours. So, you know, so it's a long way off, but I'm not worried about it. You know, I enjoy doing this, and I'm fine tuning the content, trying to keep it interesting, and hopefully, it'll you know, more people will want to see it, and it'll be good. Just get some good activity. You got to spread out, branch out a little bit, find some places to go. I got an idea to go back to Helltown too. There's another place I found. Go there and do a little investigation and see how that goes. You might be interested in that. That slaughterhouse, I found where the slaughterhouse was, and I want to go back there and do an investigation one night. And hopefully get good activity there, and I'll let everybody see that too. Yeah, Tim, you buy a couple hoodies? All right, look, I'm going to really work on that. I'm going to find out what I got to do so I can get merchandise with my brand on it and get that figured out. And once I do, then I'm going to see how I can get something set up and where you can get merchandise. I really want to get it. Just get myself like my own first shirt just so I can wear it around so people can see it and start getting some extra advertising whenever I'm going around.
Yeah, get like your ad back there.
Yeah, Dillo. Yeah, and it's more of the people around. You know, that area over in Helltown draws a lot of people around that hang out there, you know, like they just try to get away from stuff and they hide out there, so you never know what kind of characters, like, you know, I can't remember who was with me when I tried to live stream from there, and I had to stop because the person that was there, who was kind of creeping around, started playing music from his phone real loud, and then I had to shut off the live stream because of the, you know, the copyright. Yeah, that's, you know, Helltown, if anybody's interested in that, that's a pretty interesting history of what used to be Boston Village, Ohio. Which is pretty close. It's like 20 minutes from here, 17 miles from me. but they claimed eminent domain and made that village part of Allegheny National Forest and forced everybody to leave and bought their properties. And eminent domain, nobody could say no to it. Everybody had to give up their property and leave. And the government never mowed down the old village buildings, all the buildings, and they never actually demolished it for a long time. Some of it's still standing. So it's just like this old ghost town that's just sitting around since 1974.
There's so many urban legends around that.
Oh yeah,
town.
so many.
There's a car that chases you if you get too close, or like a ghost car. There's a church that bleeds. It's just a bunch of urban legends. The ghost car so far has been true though. My mom even had an experience. The church that bleeds though.
Yeah, that's some of that I have to look into because I haven't heard some of those. That church that bleeds, I haven't heard about that one.
It's supposed
the prison,
it supposedly bleeds. I don't
prison,
think
but
it
I
does.
don't like the paranormals in the mental hospitals. You mean the energy that was there? I mean, that all seems like the energy that's imprinted in those areas is all negative. Tim, like you were saying about the prison paranormal and the mental hospitals, the abandoned ones. It's so much trauma, and it's probably negative in both situations that it almost seems like. Hey, that was my son. He's at work, getting ready to come back now. I think he wants a ride because it's pretty cold. Going pretty late. I wasn't planning on going this late.
Being the world record. Well,
What's
personal best.
You know the stories about there? Yeah, I know a lot of the stories. Like the school bus. Did you hear about the school bus?
Yeah.
Which I also seen how they were debunked. There somebody went over some of the old history and debunked some of the school bus. The school bus theory about how people kids were killed in the school bus was something that happened, but there was just a twisted variation of what happened with the family that lived in the school bus because they couldn't stay in their house anymore. When they forced them out,
Yeah.
they didn't have anywhere to go and they lived in the bus for a while, and somehow that legend turned into children being killed in the school bus. Oh, and the Wendigo, that's the one. That's a big one there.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and I think it's on what's it on? Is it on Hulu? It's on Hulu. They have a documentary which is it has some. It says in there it's fictional, historical. So there's some made up stuff in it, but it's really interesting though. It's got a lot of true history. It's called Helltown, and if anybody's really curious to see what happened, mostly seem true historical facts, watch that. That was really good. Well, I guess I'm gonna end it though. I'm gonna let everybody go. So we're on an hour and a half. And I appreciate everybody. If you would hit the like button for me, I really would appreciate it. And check out my new content. And thank you for watching. And, we got Declan here. I'm glad he came along and told his personal experiences for his first time doing any kind of paranormal investigating or work.
I'm
And
definitely interested.
yeah. He's always welcome to come with me whenever I go somewhere. I'll ask him. All right, good night, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for spending time here. And keep looking for the good content coming.